There's a lot of positions in football, but which one is right for you? Well, the answer really depends on you. What are your best attributes as a player? Because different positions prioritize different strengths and skills. So today, we're going to break down the most important attributes for each position, from striker to winger to attacking midfielder to defensive midfielder, and all across the defense. And by the end, you'll know which position suits your strengths. You're watching All Attack.
Strikers, or center forwards.
To be a good striker, obviously you need solid all-around skills, like any position. But for the center forward position, coaches usually look for some combination of the following attributes. Number 5, speed. Now, not all strikers need to be fast, but if they're looking for the type of forward who can run in behind the defense and get on the end of through balls, then having top-level acceleration and sprint speed are a must-have. Number 4, strength. Two of the most common things that coaches want their strikers to do is hold off defenders on their back and score with their head. And in both cases, it means you need to hold off and fight with big central defenders. So if you're not strong enough, they'll just push you around. Number 3, ability to head. One of the most common ways to score is a cross in the air to someone's head. And what this means is that coaches often look for strikers who have the strength to fight off defenders, the height/jumping ability to get above, and the timing and technique to head the ball. Number 2, first touch. Now, your first touch is one of the most important skills for any position. But for strikers, what coaches are specifically looking for is your first touch while holding off a defender behind you. Because if you can do this, then it allows your team to pass the ball forward into you and then have other players run off of you for you to pass to. Number 1, shooting. Now, this one is obvious, but as the most forward player on the pitch, coaches want their forwards to be able to shoot. And for strikers, this especially means 3 types of shots. Shots from crosses, shots from various angles around the box, and 1v1s versus the goalkeeper.
Wingers.
Number 5, agility. Great wingers are usually agile. They're able to quickly change direction with their body, which allows them to avoid challenges and fool defenders with their movements. And it's one of the key components of being a great dribbler, which we'll get to in a minute. Number 4, shooting. In the modern game, wingers play like wide forwards. They're near the goal often, so you want them to be able to score. But more specifically, what coaches look for in a winger shooting is the ability to shoot off the dribble, especially the ability to cut in and shoot around the edge of the penalty area. Which, if you watch high-level football, you'll see all the time. Number 3, crossing. One of the main ways goals are scored are from crosses. And crosses come from the wing, where the wingers are. So whether it's on the ground or in the air, coaches want a winger who can cross the ball with both pace and accuracy. Number 2, speed. In an attacking sense, a winger's main job is to get near the penalty area and make enough space to either cross or shoot. But to do that, first you have to get away from your defender. And to get away from a defender, you have to have enough speed to run away from them, or at least enough acceleration to create just a little bit of space. And so that's why wingers are often among the fastest on the team. Number 1, dribbling. So we've established to be a good winger, you have to be able to beat your defender to cross or shoot. But that doesn't happen if you can't dribble. Because to beat a player, you have to dribble at them while keeping the ball close to you, and you have to cut the ball past them at the right moment. And so that's why for a winger, dribbling is the skill that brings all the others together.
Attacking midfielders.
Number 5, shooting from outside the penalty area. Although usually not the first attribute coaches look for, having an attacking midfielder who can score is a great bonus. And since they often find themselves around the top of the penalty area, being able to shoot from outside the box is a common ability of top midfielders. Number 4, dribbling. Attacking midfielders often receive the ball in central areas of the field, where there are multiple defenders in close proximity. And what this means is that they often need to use close-controlled dribbling to get away from a defender or two. So whether that means pulling the ball away on the dribble, or turning away on the dribble, good attacking midfielders can dribble in tight situations. Number 3, first touch. As we said, attacking midfielders often receive the ball with multiple defenders close to them, which makes their first touch especially important. They have to touch the ball exactly where they want it to go. They have to control a pass so that the defender can't get it. Because if you lose the ball in the middle of the field, it can immediately lead to a dangerous counterattack. Number 2, passing. In a game, midfielders control the attack through passing. The ball comes to them, and then they pass the ball to the wingers or the strikers. That's their main attacking job. And so naturally, midfielders are usually some of the best passers on the team. But for attacking midfielders specifically, they're often expected to make that final pass, that pass that goes in behind the defense and gets someone in on goal. And so attacking midfielders are often judged extra on their ability to make through passes and get assists for goals. Number 1, awareness. Like we said, midfielders are often surrounded by defenders on multiple sides. And on top of that, they have to know where their teammates are on multiple sides of the field. And so that's why awareness is absolutely the most valuable asset that a midfielder needs. Because they need to know where to touch the ball to avoid defenders, but then they also need to immediately know where their teammates are so they can distribute the ball to them.
Defensive midfielders.
Of course, not all midfielders are attacking. Defensive midfielders are there to primarily defend the midfield just ahead of the defense. And they tend to be strong in the following areas. Number 5, strength. Defensive midfielders are tasked with stopping attackers from getting through the midfield, which means they often need to push players off the ball. So whether they're trying to get around the back of an attacking midfielder, or shouldering someone who's trying to run past them off the ball, coaches usually like a defensive midfielder who's strong. Number 4, passing. Once again, they're a midfielder, so one of their main skills has to be passing the ball. But for defensive midfielders, there's a specific focus on recycling and maintaining possession. So what this means is that coaches want you to be good at making simple passes, short passes to other players around you, longer passes that switch the field, and for higher level midfielders, forward passes that go into the feet of forwards or attacking midfielders. Number 3, first touch. Now, there's not too much to say here that's different from attacking midfielders. Midfielders are under more pressure than any position on the field, so here, your first touch is essential. Number 2, awareness. The importance of this is pretty much the same as an attacking midfielder, except for a defensive midfielder, it's also important to be defensively aware. This means being aware of attackers' movements around you, while at the same time watching the ball and where it's going. That way, you can move to the right position to intercept passes. and be in the right place to tackle advancing players. Number 1, tackling. As we said, defensive midfielders are tasked with stopping the attacking players coming through the midfield. And one of the most common ways to do that is tackling. When an opposing midfielder is trying to turn, you want your defensive mid to tackle the ball away. When an opponent is running past the midfield, you want your defensive mid to slide and stop them. And when there's a 50-50 ball, you want your defensive mid to win that tackle and keep the ball for your team. And so that's why teams want a defensive midfielder who's not afraid to get dirty and put a tackle in.
Fullbacks.
Number 4, speed. Coaches want fullbacks to defend wingers 1v1, but wingers are pretty fast. And so to defend them, you also have to be pretty fast. And in addition, coaches usually want their fullbacks to get up the field and be part of the attack. And if fullbacks can do that quickly, then they can launch attacks with more speed. Number 3, crossing. Speaking of supporting the attack, since fullbacks are out wide and in positions to put the ball in the box, it's no surprise that coaches want fullbacks who can cross. And on some teams, fullbacks are the primary crossers, even more so than wingers. Number 2, tackling. Defensively, a fullback's main job is to stop the winger. And how do you stop someone who's just about to go past you? You tackle them. And for fullbacks, this especially means tackles where you either reach out to get the ball or slide tackles when they're trying to run past you. Number 1, defensive awareness. In addition to facing wingers, fullbacks often find themselves in their own penalty area defending crosses or tracking runs from wingers who are running in behind them. And in both cases, this means keeping track of both the ball and the players running in behind them at the same time. And to do this takes defensive awareness, something that all coaches would like their defenders to have.
Centerbacks.
Number 5, strength. More than any position on the field, center backs have to defend, which means they have to be able to push people off the ball and fight attackers who are trying to get to a cross. And that's why center backs are strong and usually large. Number 4, speed. Perhaps an underrated aspect of central defenders is that, in my opinion, they're often extremely fast, especially the kind of center back who has to cover forwards who are running in behind. Number 3, ability to head. As we've mentioned, a huge portion of goals are scored from crosses in the air. And so that's why one of the main things that coaches look for in center backs is someone who can get to the ball and head it away. And to be good at that usually means some combination of height, jumping ability, strength, and aggression. Number 2, tackling. This one's pretty simple. Center backs have to stop attackers from dribbling, passing, and shooting. And so a good center back has to be able to put their foot in and tackle it away from the attacker. And 1, defensive awareness. Central defenders control the whole defense, so being aware of the attackers and also their own teammates around them is essential. So whether it's marking a player in the box, tracking a player who's running in behind, or telling a teammate where to move or what to do, the best defenders have to be aware of the danger around them, and then they can use their strength, speed, and tackling to stop it.
Goalkeepers.
Number 4, being good with your hands. Unlike everyone else, goalkeepers save and catch the ball with their hands. So it's natural that people who end up playing goalkeeper are naturally coordinated with their hands. Number 3, diving and agility. The goal is pretty big, so a goalkeeper's ability to stop it from going in depends a lot on their ability to dive across the goal. So coaches want a goalkeeper who can jump quickly, all the way to the corner of the goal. Number 2, height. In addition to agility, one of the things that helps goalkeepers reach all the sides of the goal is being tall. Because once again, the goal is big, so having extra height and extra reach makes it easier to reach the whole goal. Number 1, reflexes. In football, attackers shoot the ball hard, and so how fast you can move your hands and your feet to meet the ball is often the difference between it being a goal and not a goal. And so that's why every team wants a goalkeeper with incredible reflexes.